Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your January 2022 general readings. We are looking at the first 2 weeks of January from the 1st to the 15th, the first 2 weeks of a brand new year. And this reading is for the water sign of Scorpio. Thanks for taking the time to be here. I hope you're all well. Thank you for all that you do and continuing support of this channel. As always, my gratitude for your likes, shares, subscribing, donations, feedback, comments. Those of you who reach out for personal readings, much appreciated. Okay, so this reading is for the water sign of Scorpio for the first 2 weeks of January 2022. That's if your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign is in Scorpio. It's relevant if you're cross-watching for a Scorpion. Of course, it's a general reading, so it's going to resonate a little differently for everyone. Watch all of your signs, sun, moon, rising, and Venus, for any additional insight and perspective they may provide. And if you find that something does resonate with you and you would like to reach out for a personal reading, perhaps take a deeper look at something for yourself or as a gift for someone else, feel free to email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. You can also see that contact info by clicking the description link below. I'd be delighted to hear from you. I can usually respond within the same day with more info. I do offer a wide variety of readings, and still popular right now, although you can order them any time of the year, are the overviews I do, 6 and 12 months, which give you a look ahead in all the main areas of life, which a lot of people like to request this time of year as we're ending an old year and beginning a new one. So something to keep in mind. I am recording these in the last 2 days of the old year for the first 2 weeks of the new year. Okay, Scorpio, let's move right into your reading and see what the first 2 weeks of January look like for you. I am using the Tarot of Dreams and clarifying with the Gilded Tarot. Okay, Scorpio, we begin with the Five of Coins. Insufficiency and lack. It can represent financial and material insufficiency and lack. On an emotional level, it can represent feeling abandoned, rejected, shut out somehow, left out in the cold, not good enough, or some combination of the two of those. With the Two of Swords, feeling stuck. Twos usually represent being at a crossroads, a choice that's in front of you that you could choose to make or not make. Duality. The Two of Swords represents being at a crossroads and feeling stuck, but more than that, it typically represents a reluctance or a resistance to make a change or make a choice in something. Hence the swords and the blindfold. You know, it can represent feeling stuck. I mean, it may be that some of you are in some kind of financial hardship and you're not quite sure what to do about it. Could be that you're out of work, or you're working, it doesn't pay enough, you're not quite sure what to do about it. Could be, you know, some kind of debt or bill that's come in. Next to that, we have the Ace of Wands. Exciting new beginnings. Aces represent the number 1, so it's the start of a new path, a new opportunity, fueled by fire, excitement, enthusiasm, passion, creativity, and inspiration. With the Four of Coins, the Miser card usually represents somebody, you know, I mean, what does it mean to be a miser? A hoarder, right? Somebody who holds on to what they have because they don't want to lose what they have. It can represent being, you know, economically frugal, saving money. On an emotional level, it can represent feeling closed off, protected, guarded. This is somebody who doesn't want to spend or doesn't want to share. And it typically, because they're afraid of losing what they have, even though what they have might not be a lot. And, you know, often this card shows up when someone has lost in the past, or perhaps in finances, they grew up poor, they have a fear of you know, financial hardship. So they're very cautious around any decisions that involve money. It feels like there may be a new opportunity in front of you, Scorpio, but you're afraid of taking it because you're afraid it may leave you financially and materially bereft or without enough. Next to that, we have the Page of Coins. It usually represents being at the beginning of an introductory path. messages, messengers. The Page of Coins, pages represent kind of that student apprentice energy. They're in the process of learning and acquiring information. For the Page of Coins is the Page of Earth. So this would be, beginning a path of practical knowledge or learning how to do something. Perhaps a new job or a new course of study. With the Ten of Swords, sometimes called the betrayal or stabbed in the back, feeling exploited, a deep sense of disappointment. Although tens in the tarot do represent cycles coming to an end, a cycle coming full circle, and the Ten of Swords, no matter what happened to cause this man to have 10 swords in his back, it's at an end. In other decks, this is portrayed as you can see the sun rising in the background. And it is a bit light. You can see some light shining through the clouds here. Kind of a new day is dawning and it's time to get up and brush yourself off and begin anew. I actually like this combination because pages are just starting out and the Ten of Swords represents an ending of something painful or even, a painful ending. It feels like there's a lot of fear and self-doubt in this, Scorpio. From the bottom of the deck, representing the overall energy and focus for the first 2 weeks of January, is the Knight of Wands. Knights usually represent offers and opportunities, usually coming in fairly quickly, especially the Knight of Wands because he's the Knight of Fire. So this is something coming in, an opportunity for change coming in very quickly. Perhaps it's something you need to act on very quickly. Again, I'm kind of getting the sense here, Scorpio, that we have the Knight of Wands, the Ace of Wands. There's a new opportunity in front of you, the opportunity to move, the opportunity to make some choices that are going to take you from the path that you have been on onto a new path. But what I'm picking up here is that there's a lot of fear, like internal fear about that and a sense of feeling stuck. It might be that you're afraid to leave a job for a new job opportunity because perhaps even though it may seem like it holds more potential or has more opportunity for your future, it may start off at lower pay, and so you're worried about that. It might be that you're considering, a new opportunity typically means that you have to say goodbye to something or close one door so that you can move forward onto a new path. We're typically leaving something behind. But here it's the fear. It's the fear that by taking this new opportunity, it's not going to work, or you're going to be disappointed, or you're not going to enjoy it, or it's not going to give you the same kind of money or freedom perhaps that you had before. And this could be related to job or employment. It could represent moving. But I am picking up kind of a strong theme of financial insufficiency or not having enough. All right, let's clarify. Let's clarify that Knight of Wands. The King of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. That could be you. It could be another earth sign that's relevant. The Six of Pentacles, gift giving, gift receiving. The Six of Swords is healing. So it's quite clear, Scorpio, that whether this King of Cups is you or the person that's bringing in this new opportunity, it actually represents a gift towards something healing. Let's unpack this a little bit further. Clarify the Five of Coins. Insufficiency and lack, or feeling shut out. The Seven of Pentacles. This is a card of taking inventory and taking stock of something that you've put a lot of work and effort into, trying to build up to a good sense, perhaps, of financial and material insufficiency. There is a lot of earth energy around this reading, which is the area of life that, coins and pentacles, that's what that is. It's the area of life that governs, the more practical aspect of our day-to-day life. Work, money, finance, property, assets, all of that. This is clarifying the Five of Coins. So here, this is the Seven of Pentacles. It's also the same as coins. And here is the Five of Coins. So again, it feels like there's some fear here. It feels like you're coming from a place where you have, some of you are coming from a place where you have a decent amount, or you have some stability in the earth energy area of your world, financial and material security, or some stability. But you're afraid of investing in something new, whether that's an actual financial investment, or, you know, a new job, a new business, a new change in your life that's going to affect that earth energy area of your life. Should I do this? Should I not do this? And of course, we have that Two of Swords under there, which represents feeling, you know, kind of stuck. And again, a reluctance or a resistance. Oh, there's a new opportunity in front of me. I need to get off the path that I have been on. And here's a new opportunity in front of me, but I'm afraid of losing what I have, or losing what the work that I've put into what I have, because I'm going to have to let go of something in order to move forward with this, and I feel kind of stuck and a bit reluctant to make a change. It's kind of that better the devil you know sort of energy. Let's clarify the Two of Swords. A difficult choice, really. The Two of Swords is clarified by the Two of Swords, so we've got some repeating cards here. Really feeling stuck. The Four of Pentacles again, so we have the Four of Pentacles, same as the Four of Coins, twice as well. And the Four of Swords taking a temporary time out to reflect and consider, which is kind of similar to the Seven of Pentacles. Whatever the specific thing is, the path that you've been on, and again, this is a general reading, so it's going to be a variety of different things depending on what's going on in the lives of those of you who are watching this. But it's quite clear that you're afraid if you take this new opportunity, it's going to represent losing something that you've already invested in, or that you've worked hard to put a lot of effort into. Maybe it's like, you know, giving up a business, or, you know, for a more traditional job, or something of that sort. I'm not going to have the same kind of freedom. You know, what if I don't have the same kind of income? Clarify the Ace of Wands. The Five of Cups, regret, loss, grief. The Five of Swords, a hard-won victory. Winning, but it comes at a cost or a sacrifice. It's as if you feel if you take this, there's a strong fear that you're going to regret it. That the cost is going to be too high. Interesting. Clarify the Four of Coins, the Miser card, hoarding, or being careful, or being closed off. The Nine of Swords, stress, anxiety, worry, insomnia, fear. Those of you who've been following me for a while know that I hate this card. It's a card of building something up in your head and focusing on it negatively, obsessively. What if this happens? What if this doesn't happen? What if I do this and this happens? What if I don't do this and this happens or doesn't happen? What if, what if, what if? You know, fear of an unknown future. Being afraid that you're going to be, this whole reading feels like you're afraid that you're going to be poor if you move from one thing to another, if you take a new opportunity and leave something else behind, perhaps that you've been working on or something, that you're going to be left poor. For some of you, it's literally poor in the sense of not having enough money. That's the fear here. You know, it could be fear of being poor in other ways as well, or shutting yourself off, not just shutting yourself off from other avenues by, you know, closing one door and taking a new one. Clarify the Page of Coins. Judgment, major crossroads. The choices you make will be long-lasting, if not permanent, which is what judgment means. It means, again, that there is a choice in front of you, and whether it seems like a small choice or a big choice, the consequences and ramifications of it are quite profound, and they will likely be long-lasting, if not permanent, meaning if you choose to stay on the path that you've been on, like not take the new opportunity, that's probably what you're going to be doing, or you're going to stay in that same path or cycle for quite some time. If you make a decision, a big decision to start a brand new path, it is likely going to fundamentally change your life path permanently, right? So you're standing kind of at that crossroads. Pretty important major arcana card, pretty important choice. The Tower, another major arcana card. Again, this represents major changes, major breakdowns or endings of something. Clarify the Ten of Swords. The Wheel. Look at all these profound major arcana cards. The Wheel of Fortune, divine timing and orchestration. The World, the last major arcana card in the tarot, which is where a pretty important aspect of the Fool's journey, which is us, has come to an end. And the World represents a cycle is finished. You've graduated and you're looking out at a brand new horizon full of different options, different opportunities, a whole new landscape. The Eight of Pentacles, my worker bee card. Nose to the grindstone, hard at work, career projects, the effort you're putting into building something up. It feels very much, Scorpio, like Spirit, whatever this new opportunity is Spirit brought, Spirit driven. But it does represent a major change, and it may represent some sacrifices on some level. Spirit wouldn't bring it to you if it wasn't worth it and didn't lead to your ultimate joy and fulfillment, but it does require letting go of something. And there's fear around letting go of something, fear perhaps of financial and material lack or insufficiency, or not being able to have enough, or not having the same kind of things. And this could leach also this fear and insecurity into other areas of life. I won't have the same kind of independence. I won't be able to do this. It's all future tripping energy. That's what this Nine of Swords is. Well, if I do this, and what if this happens, and then I won't be able to reverse it? Or what if I don't do anything, but then I missed out on the best opportunity? All of these things going around, but it really feels like this is a spirit-driven new opportunity, but it does represent closing out what has been a pretty important aspect of your journey or cycle, career, business, project, all of that. So that's kind of the energy for the first couple of weeks. Let's just wrap this up by asking for some advice, guidance, feedback from Spirit for you. For some of you, this feels like it's all around the earth energy area of life. You can translate this same kind of energy and message into, like maybe this is relationship oriented, but honestly what I'm feeling is that it's more in the earth energy area of life, because there's a ton of earth energy here. Advice, guidance from Spirit for Scorpio. The Eight of Wands, fast movement forward, powerful message, action, activity, travel, forward movement, and pretty assertive, fast forward movement as well. The Seven of Cups, multiple options and opportunities, looking at the best potential and brightest potential that there is in something. The Ace of Cups, new emotional beginnings, the beginning of the heart opening up again, particularly in a way that values yourself. The Four of Wands, unexpected blessings, happy surprises, also one of the happy home cards. For some of you, this new path could lead to... it feels like the roots are in the earth energy area of your life, but it might lead into the more personal area of your life. Perhaps if you take this new opportunity, you may meet someone new. in a completely unexpected way, because the Ace of Love can sometimes represent new love and romance. I mean, that may be tied in here. We never can predict sometimes where paths are going to take us. We might change one job for another job. It's a big move, but maybe because of that job, other things happen other than starting a new job. We meet new people, we meet new friends, maybe you meet the love of your life, something like that. This speaks of unexpected blessings and happy surprises, new beginnings. All the new beginning stuff is spirit driven. There's an opportunity here. And again, it feels like God, spirit, angels, and guides are kind of handing it to you on a silver platter. I can't tell you what to do, but I have a pretty strong feeling spirit wants you to let go of the old and move into the new, which, spirit likes us to do any time of the year, but particularly as we're transitioning into a new year, carrying as little baggage with us as possible. All right, Scorpio, those are your messages for the first 2 weeks of January. I hope they were useful to you. Again, if any of this resonates with you and you'd like to reach out for a personal reading, take a deeper look at something, email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. You can also get that info by clicking the description link below. I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the January mid-month readings. Stay safe, stay well. I hope you have a beautiful transition into the new year, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.